Ищешь онлайн-игры, браузерные или полноценные десктопные? Для зрителей нашего канала действует ряд бонусов и привилегий в некоторых из таких игр. Эти бонусы активируются при регистрации по ссылкам, которые вы можете найти под видео. Некоторые из них будут доступны вам сразу, а некоторые откроются через 40-60 минут игры. Кликай, регистрируйся, играй.
We're at the fence. Almost ready to re-engage power. Hey! Hey! Over here!
ACU building online. Rapid response unit deployed. Observe non-lethal protocols.
Roger, Control. Deploying non-lethal countermeasures. Control, we have eyes on the asset.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Jawohl.
Schneller, schneller!
Zu Befehl.
Periskoptiefe.
Jawohl.
Why did I want to become a police officer? I believe it's because I wanted to serve my community. To protect my city. To keep it clear from criminals. To keep the streets safe. You know something? I believe it's my calling.
Hello. Hey, catch any bad guys lately?
A few. This'll teach you to respect the parking regulations.
This is Central. Attention all units. Robbery in progress.
Copy, Central. Heading to location. Keep still. You're under arrest.
I'll be out in 24 hours, cop.
This is Central. We've received reports of a shootout.
Copy, Central. I'm on my way.
Eventually, you'll be able to construct your space station, moon outpost, and Mars base as well. This is how your base will look like. Let's focus on a few essential buildings and features. This is the headquarters, your main building. Here, you'll assemble your team by browsing our unique talent network. Remember, since this is an online experience, once a talent is hired by someone else, it's gone for good. This is the engineering building. Let's assign the newly hired talent here. Her stats will directly affect the outcome and performance of this building. Inside, you can browse our huge technology tree and manage your research efforts on the technologies you need for the strategies you have chosen to follow. You'll be able to construct dozens of different buildings. each serving a different purpose towards your goal. You'll use the vehicle assembly building to name, design, and assemble your rockets. You'll choose your Stage 1 booster, Stage 2 engine, and Stage 3 spacecraft for fairing. To actually begin the assemble process, you'll need all the required rocket parts in stock. Let's actually launch a rocket. To keep your billion-dollar machine running, your main source of income will be successfully launching rockets and executing contracts. This is the first small step where the efforts and dreams of hundreds become a reality, and the doorway to achieve the ultimate goal, being the first to establish a self-sustainable colony on Mars. Are you up to the challenge?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Some people say no job is too hard for a hero. But when the job is to feed the world, one hero is not enough.
No, I would never do that. Come on.
Oh,
Come
he's
on.
lying.
I would never do that.
Mother load.
We still see. But actually highlighting other islands there, it's of course, you need to first build a landing or a dock here before you can access another island. And having your Tropicans travel over there by boat, it's always a question, okay, when is the right time to expand? what new resources can I expect to find there, and when it's worth to make basically the next step and further expand my city, because new people will have new demands. I need to have more service buildings, more residential buildings, and so on. And infrastructure, public transportation becomes way more important point than it was, for example, in previous titles when we only had one island.
That's true. That might be tricky.
Yeah, it's challenging, but it's part of the fun. And you have loads of options to do so. We have, like you can see, like bus lines you can set up. Later on, you will have like tunnels, telepheric stations. You can build bridges dynamically between the islands, or you can go by sea, as we see here, our workers in their small boats traveling back and forth from the main island to the other production spot.
Can you build airplanes and stuff as well?
We will have airports and also from the warfare part, some area parts. That's, yeah, it will be, we'll get busy, yes.
Yeah. That is cool.
You don't play too many island managers. There's a lot of city builders, a lot of city managers, but there's not a lot of island management out there. Now
I don't know of too many. But I mean, to get to the point, I mean, we finally managed to steal the Eiffel Tower, so now I can freely place it. And I have here this very, lush beach area.
Ooh,
so that would be nice, right? Right next to the kind of warning sign that somebody left here.
Oh, look at it. It's flying in.
It's been flown in, yeah.
Dropped.
Assembled close by.
Just crumbles.
Yeah.
So of course now I want to lure a lot of tourists here, so I will just drop down the tourist spot so that our economy
Put a casino right next to the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And the tourists are again like another mean to, bring over some money, because like having a flourishing economy is always key, and it's always tied to your inhabitants, but also to your tourists who love to slaughter their money around depending how you set up your islands.
That is always the hard part in city simulators. For my in my experience, the budget and the money is always where I go wrong. I just build everything I want to do, and then I'm like, oh.
I mean, that's why you do that, right? It's like a city. I want to build how I want to build it, and all of a sudden I didn't have the resources to.
Yeah, that's always where I hit a wall.
I dream too big.
Yeah. We just dream too big. I'm sorry.
And we actually have quite some buildings, so there's a lot of carrots on the stick. Do you want to build that building on, maybe, and have another casino?
This here is an apartment in Ash Hill. It's still not quite complete. We have a little more work left to do on interface and such, but even as it is, it's the most complete player housing I've ever seen in MMO. This inside is a 2-bedroom apartment, which means it can house 2 people, the owner and a friend. It starts off a little bit basic with you know, low-level trims on the walls and such, and laminate flooring. All this can get upgraded. Almost everything is interactive, like this TV that we turned on, streaming YouTube videos.
Oh my god, what the f happened?
Alright, do me a favor. Call FSA Chebiz or something, he's in the beginning of the list, and tell him that ASDFZ needs that help we were talking about, alright?
And like that, this radio streams live internet radio stations. Let me just turn this down a little so you can hear me. There we go, much better. Now, like I said, everything in here can be modified and upgraded. Almost every component, even the window trim, the window itself, your ceiling, all of the floors, your furniture that's fixed, countertops, appliances, cabinets, just about everything you can see. Make sure that they're not something that you want to keep out of your apartment. Let's go down to this bedroom over here. Now it looks like this bedroom needs a bed. Let's toss one in here quickly. You can actually lie down on this bed too. There, that's much better. Now here's your closet. Your closet works as sort of a bank for your clothing, so you never really lose clothing once you bought it. It will always be available here if you want to come back to your home and change it out. Let's give this place a little bit more of a comfy bedroom look. Some Berber carpet, only in this room. And we'll change the walls to, say, some wallpaper and some different trim on top. And just this room. And there we go. This looks much better. A lot more comfy now. And like I said, almost everything's interactive. So when we use this canvas, we can actually paint on it. Now, I am not an artist. When you paint on these canvas, you can do all sorts of things with it. First of all, you can just keep it for yourself. You can hang it on your wall. You can add a frame to it. Or you could sell it. You could sell it on the market. And if you think you're really good, you can submit it to an art gallery. Anyone off the street can just walk in, see your art, and buy it right there out of the gallery. I am probably not quite good enough for that. As you can see right here with my art skills, I'll just make a little man here. Here's Happy. And just need some arms and a little bit of hair. There we go. There, perfect. That's a masterpiece right there. So if I hold down my action key, I can choose to take it away. And now it's actually an item in my furniture inventory. Now, art like this too can be reproduced. You can have prints done, but the original will always be shown as the original piece. So it's probably going to be a little bit more value for good. All right. Perfect. That is beautiful. Another important thing over here is your computer. And computers are quite a bit like the smartphone you have in game, but it can do a few more things. You can watch live streams. You can play games that are made just for the in-game computer. There's a functional internet that is embedded right into the game. And if you are too poor for a computer of your own, you can always go to an internet cafe. And that covers the features as they stand right now for the apartment.